Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DACC qualifier. We have RRQ taking on Mineski. This is going to be a best of 3 series coming away. I am Luminous, I'm going to be joined by Aosin. And it looks like we have a blast from the past. What is this? First pick Pit Lord? It's like late
I'm glad to see.
2016.
I'm glad to see there are still teams that actually value this hero because I think he's a very, very good hero still.
So you think he's underrepresented currently in the scene?
Yeah, I think so. It seems like it just varies from team to team though. Like at this stage of the game, I think majority of the teams would have definitely just picking up either Meepo or Lone Druid, but neither of these teams opting for either.
Sure. I think one thing to be said about the other off lanes is that they're more proactive, right? Like the Slardar, the Axes, even the Darkseer plus Earth Spirit or the Darkseer plus Slardar. These heroes pressure lanes. Make sure supports can't rotate around, make sure they can't pull. Do that infamous tier 2 at the bottom lane pull. Whereas Pit Lord, it's kind of like, you know, people could choose to leave him alone for a while if they want to. Maybe that's really the reason why we don't see him as much.
Well, to be fair, you talk about pressuring the lanes. I think Underlord's actually very good at pressuring the lanes, but not so much by himself.
Yeah.
But when paired up with the right heroes, I think he makes for one of the better dual offlane heroes.
So give me that ogre Pit Lord combination.
5 seconds.
What does IGV run it with sometimes? Don't they do like Darkseer Underlord?
Or Slaughter Underlord.
Yeah, something like
Underlord is the support there, yeah.
Well, first phase picks have gone through, and
10 seconds.
I'm really wondering if teams are actually gonna ignore Lone Druid altogether because I think he's a pretty good hero here.
I do believe Mineski played Lone Druid a couple weeks back, but I wasn't sure if Miracle was picking it then. But for now, it seems like Miracle will be playing the Weaver. He's really, really good at the hero. Although I've also seen Jules playing it, so I guess it's not a set to stone just yet.
10 seconds.
For now, a lot of these kind of mid-game carries being taken out. The Ember as well as the Slug.
5 seconds. Radiant's pick.
All right, no Lone Druid ban. Are we actually going to see a game where there's no Lone Druid touched at all?
I hope so. I feel like that hero is really boring to watch.
I would kind of agree. I think he is a little boring to watch, especially with how much we've been seeing him. But it's also very interesting to see both teams just completely ignoring it if that's the case.
I will also go to say that that hero is very low skill to play.
All right, let's not go that far.
I mean,
I just played that hero and I lost, so
exactly. The low skill hero on a low skill player. That's why he lost. Alright, we're gonna see the Drow Ranger. So this is more and more looking like a support Weaver then. With the combination of Drow Aura and the Blightstone, Weaver is hitting for close to over 100 damage early on. And I'm talking
all right,
about
now,
like
this is the perfect time for Lone Druid. Just follow up with
10
it.
seconds to go.
from
committed.
Mineski. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get Lone Druid here.
5
It's
seconds.
quite good here. But in the past, Mineski, when they've ran Drow Ranger, Jay plays a mid Viper. And he plays like an aggressive mid Viper. So I would like to see that too.
Radiant's pick.
Yeah, definitely a viable option here. I think Viper is always a good choice because it makes it so that you actually have someone who can bait out spells or just basically force a reaction out of the other team.
Ooh, this is gonna be the J mid puck.
J-Puck, though.
Yeah. Some teams do like to run it in the off lane because of the Drow Aura allowing the puck to actually go toe to toe in terms of trading harass with the support. But knowing this is Mineski, this is gonna be almost guaranteed a puck mid. I was gonna say I think it's better to leave the mid pick to the very end because I feel like the mid pick is a lot more flexible, especially when you have Drow. And now the off lane might be somewhat pinned in terms of what it could actually pick to synergize with the rest of the team.
Well, it's like you said, puck offlane is definitely an option, and I think it still is an option if should they decide to go for it.
10 seconds.
I think a Rubik puck with a Drow Aura is... Oh, sorry, Weaver plus puck. Well, actually, it doesn't matter how they run it. I think it's going to be pretty strong. There's going to be a lot of damage in that lane. The only weakness about it is Drow might suffer for it.
They take out Skywrath Mage. Are you surprised by that ban?
I think they just ban it because RRQ need one more
10
support,
seconds to
and Skywrath is probably the best option that they have to deal with Weaver and Puck.
Okay.
5 seconds.
This is not really a hero in the metagame, and I gotta say, Disruptor is.
Pretty good for
Yeah.
this already.
Time.
I think Sky actually would have been okay for them. They have some decent lockdown. No real stuns, but they have Pit of Malice and Kinetic Field, RP.
I guess the other thing that Skywrath would have done is help Hitlord in the offlane to actually pressure Drow quite a bit with the. What is that ability called? Arcane Shot? No, not Arcane Shot. Arcane Bolt.
10 seconds
Arcane
to
Bolt,
go.
I would guess.
Shane got me start calling it turkeys because it looks like flying turkeys.
Ah,
So I just call
Alright.
it turkeys whenever I see it coming at me.
Reserve time.
flying turkeys.
Oh,
Radiant's pick.
so this might seem like a
Support
very good
Underlord.
pick, but I don't think this is a good pick at all. Because Drow Ranger is gonna rush to the Diffusal Blade, or not Diffusal Blade, the Aghanim Scepter.
Agnum Scepter, Mjolnir build.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I mean, it's gonna be it comes down to the mid game in terms of who farms better. There is gonna be a window where PL could actually do very well against the Drow, but that window is short lived. And PL is one of those heroes that tend to actually want to get the game drawn out. And I don't think this is the game that he wants to draw out because Drow Ranger.
I actually think it's the opposite now.
You
for
think
PL.
so? You wanna end
I
the
think
game
PL
fast?
actually. Yeah, I think PL actually does the best in the mid game. I mean, he definitely can transition to the late game,
Okay.
but I actually think his strongest point is the mid game with like 1 to 2 items.
Well, we'll see how he's gonna take advantage of the mid game then, because it's gonna be really tough, I think, for them to deal against the Drow Ranger once she comes online, and that might be as early as like I don't know, 10-15 minutes.
I think the biggest thing for Drow Ranger is that with this kind of lineup, RRQ actually can just completely demolish a Drow.
Okay.
But if Drow is in a good position, I think there's, like you said, there's really nothing they can do about it. So a lot of it really comes down to where the Drow is in these team fights. And also, this is a game where we're not going to see a Lone Druid. Unless they go with the offlane Puck, then we could see a Lone Druid.
Sorry, I just changed my in-game audio just to make sure that it's going through in Dota TV.
Oh, sounds better here.
Does it actually sound better?
Yeah, it's a little louder, more clear for me.
I don't want it to be louder. I just only want to be louder in game, not out of the game.
Oh,
Because
well,
once
in
the
that
team,
case, I don't know.
Once the team fight happens, you know, RIP earphone users is what's happening. Maybe I just put my face closer. Shadow
Oh, it is an
Fiend. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. I mean, ain't no J Puck, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
You might need, they can actually run a aggressive tri-lane here too, if they really wanted to, and just safe lane the Puck. I think it's totally viable.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think,
I can see that.
between the Weaver, Drow, and Rubik as a tri-lane, I don't think RRQ can actually handle that tri-lane.
Especially as a pit lord as a support. Yeah, I think that's actually better than just putting Drow Ranger in the safe lane. Like this tri-lane actually right clicks for so much damage.
All right, let's see how they run it.
10 seconds.
I really think that RRQ's lineup has a very, very good chance
5
of
seconds.
taking this game in the mid game. But they have to execute very well.
So who are the kind of key heroes that you're looking for in terms of hitting your timings? Magnus?
I think obviously it's going to be the 3 cores, PL,
Okay.
Jug, and Mag. I think Mag doesn't actually need Blink Dagger here. I think he'll do fine without it. Just like for the early game at least. Obviously he definitely needs it later on. But with just one item on PL, let's say for example if he gets Dominator, and actually even maybe just Dominator itself might be enough. And he just runs in and fights Mineski, it might be enough for their entire team to just run in with them.
Alright, we'll see if that's going to be the case. It's going to be Jay playing the Shadow Fiend mid. The standard lanings here, RR playing the Puck on the top. And then you got the Drow Ranger being piloted by Miracle. Right from the get-go, though, I gotta say Shadow Fiend should be the having the very, very good lane against Juggernaut. I just don't see how Juggernaut would withstand this kind of pressure. I mean, Shadow Fiend is already hitting for close to 60 damage, and this is pre-souls being gained from him.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's only a matter of time before it becomes way too difficult for Jug to stand in lane.
Alright, we got some dewarding happening here. Looks like Mineski did not get the dewards off in time, but Ninja Boogie should be rotating up top and plucking that ward. I wonder if they're going to give Shadow Fiend the last hit on the wards just to give him a couple of souls. It seems like Jay is already moving there.
Yeah, they gave him the Sentry Ward, so definitely. It's going to be 2 of them as well. Oh, 2 souls.
Oh. Wait.
Oh no.
Reported.
What have you done?
Actually, I think he might have not made it back to the lane in time. If he went
I'm sure
for
he's
that.
fine. Ninja Boogie is blocking for him.
Okay.
Kel'Thuzad ends
Oh.
up getting that rune, but he's taking so much damage.
Wait, the right clicks are
He's
coming
got
through?
double walk.
Okay, he does double walk. Oh, farm that illusion, yeah. Get that gold. Plus
Easy
12.
12 gold.
But they did get triple bounty runes, so I guess.
Well,
it's-
not only that, look at Phantom Lancer.
Oh, he's
has
gonna
to go
shrine
back.
up. He's gonna shrine up. It's fine. Shrine and TP. Let's go.
Alright, let's see this bottom lane. Oh, this bottom lane is actually pretty rough for Miracle. He needs his Rubik here, but
Yeah.
between the Pit Lord and the Magnus, this is actually not an easy lane for him.
Miracle's seen worse. He's up against worse. It's fine.
That's true.
But actually,
Doesn't
this
miss
is
enough.
this is not a lineup that you could have your Drow Ranger not doing well, because it's a Drow lineup. Like, she needs to farm well. She needs to pack a lot of agility.
I think the farming part is not too bad. I think you can actually sacrifice the farm a bit, but she needs her levels. As long as you get the levels for the early phase, I think the rest you can actually rely on your team to carry you in the early stages of the game.
Oh, Jay is definitely starting to rack up them last hits in the mid lane, and it will only get easier as this point on.
All right. Quick pause from RRQ. Bathroom break. Someone forgot to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
You know, now that I've been casting these games, it's rekindled my passion for solo queuing.
Really? Why is
Yeah.
that?
Well, I mean, it's just like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If all you do is cast and you don't play, there's actually a lot that you just miss out on.
True.
So, I mean, honestly, while I was casting these games, I kind of felt like a little lost at times. So now I'm just like grinding games just so I don't look like a scrub. I'm going into the mountains to train,
I mean, does it help?
and by training I mean losing
Yeah,
MMR.
does it help
I'm already
when you're
down
just
400.
losing? Does it help when you're just losing every game?
I still learned something.
I mean, sure. Learn how to lose.
I've tried everything too. I played Luna, I lost. I played Lone Druid, I lost. And the only thing I need to play now is like Ember Spirit, and if I lose with that too, I think I'm
Just wait till
done.
next patch. It's okay.
Wait till next patch. It's okay. Just give me 2 months. I'll be 7K in 2 months.
I mean, you don't need 2 months if you get on a big win streak.
Oh yeah, just let me lose or let me win like 40 games in a row.
Yeah, 1,000 MMR is it
40
40?
games?
Yeah, that's not so hard.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Or do you put it that way? Just win 40 in a row.
I mean, personally, I get onto streaks where I have like 70 to 80% win rate on certain heroes. Like, I think 2 weeks ago I was spamming nothing but Necrolite. I had like 75% win rate. So.
Okay, see, that's the one thing I can't do. I have to play something different every time.
Okay. Then you're
That's
not
one
a
of the
true
main
grinder.
reasons.
You're not a true grinder.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I don't grind very well. I just like to learn everything.
That's not how I see it, right? Like, you play one hero and you feel like you're playing one hero and it's boring, but you're playing one hero versus essentially different matchup every single game. And for a certain hero, you need to do something different every single game. especially as a support player. So I don't know.
Yeah, wow, that's true. I still gotta play other heroes.
I actually think it's bad when you're switching one game from one hero to the next because you kind of have to like relearn certain things, you know, like last hit animation or. I don't know.
It's more like just jumping from position to position.
Yeah, I don't have trouble with that.
I
I'm on
just
that position
go
6 every game.
play support sometimes, play carry. The only thing I really do really poorly in is playing mid. I'm a terrible laner, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you actually need some skill in the game to play mid, so I can understand.
I'll race you to 7K.
I don't know. I'm playing in a much harder server, so
Carry on.
I'm not gonna deny that, honestly.
all right. We like got the game back, and Kaltuzada is starting to get more harassed as we speak.
Well, let's take a look at the current last hits. Not too surprised, Shadow Fiend destroying the mid lane. Seems like
Change
Juggernaut is
PC.
lagging.
I don't know what to say, man.
it's all right. Everyone gets to use the bathroom. They have second chance for bathroom break.
Make sure to wash your hands. Stay sanitized, yo.
Very important to wash your
This is starting to turn into like a PSA or something.
I mean, it's an important one because I'm almost certain that there are a ton of people out there who don't.
There you go.
You guys really like Stout Shield. All right, let's see what he means.
Let's check Stout
Poor Man's
Shield.
Shield on Underlord, Stout Shield on Koala, Poor Man's Shield on Juggernaut, Poor Man's Shield on Phantom Lester. Everyone has a Stout Shield except for Disruptor.
Yo, Eden, where you at? You know, if he's playing Earth Spirit, he probably has a Stout Shield too. Disruptor, you buying PMS also? Oh.
I think if Disruptor joins the club, this game's over.
He has no right to buy anything.
Gotta report RQ for team abuse, for player abuse. What do you think? What do you think about this Drow starting build? This is like the same build I see for Morphlings and Luna. I never really see it for.
Just stat heavy, yeah.
Wouldn't it be heavier if you just wait? Let me see. She gets 7 like this, and if you get Wraithband plus 2 branches, you get like 8, don't you?
Yeah, but he wants to upgrade to Magic Wand, I assume.
Yeah, that's true.
Magic Wand, and then bring up Aquila, and then 1 Tango to eat, just in case. Does that work out?
I definitely don't question the build because I would definitely go for something similar. But I'd probably go with more regen if I knew I was against Pit Lord.
Wait, so Wraithband gives you, let's see. Wraithband gives you 6 agility, right? And it gives you overall more damage, but in terms of leaving the base, this particular build gives you the most agility, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you could do
I
some
mean, obviously, you get more
Bands
stats
of-
apart from your Tango.
Yeah. You could do some next level Bands of Elven Skin, leaving the base. I don't know if that's...
That sounds terrible.
You get 6 agility just from that one, and then you could pack some Tangos and some GG branch on top of that. Got him.
Sounds terrible. No survivability, just pure agi.
You get like almost 1 armor.
I think I would rather start with 6 branches than 10 goats and go into a lane and start harassing and drop a tree. I would honestly go with that.
You know, the true question is, why don't we see people backpacking some extra ironwood branches?
That's true.
That's the true question. That after you eat them, ironwood branches, there's more.
Let's see. If you eat the tree, heals you for 230. Yeah, that's actually not worth it.
So you're,
I think I'd rather just buy a salve.
yeah, you're calculating whether the salve is worth than like 2 extra GG branches. It might be,
Just
right?
uh,
Like you don't get as much heal, but you get more stats throughout the laning stage.
that's true.
And the stats early on, like super early on, the first wave, like last hitting, is might be more important. If you miss one last hit, that's already like, I don't know. Might be onto something there.
I don't think I'm ever gonna try that.
That's
'Cause,
why you're losing MMR.
Unfortunately, while it sounds like great, how often do you carry tangles for that long? I don't think I actually have tangles after like 3 to 4 minutes.
I guess sometimes you get harassed so hard you need to buy a second set of tango, but that's pretty rare.
It's very rare.
Like that happens more in mid. Maybe that's just like a mid build.
Not to mention, if you actually commit to buying more tangos, I don't think you're in a position to stock up ironwood branches.
Yeah. Imagine you could pull ironwood branches. Actually, people would just start abusing the shit out of it.
Sure, of course you can. If you can pull iron. Oh, you mean like actually pulling? I thought you meant
Yeah.
like meant just like
Drop
dropping
it.
it for your teammates so they can eat it.
What if ironwood branches had global cast range, so support could like pull
Alright,
one
that
mid?
sounds awful.
And then people are juking. And you see the whole team just start putting ironwood branches, creating a fucking sprout around the enemy hero. That would be sick. I don't know. They should make a game mode just for that. Dota, except ironwood branch has global cast range and no cooldown. Just go ham. Everyone Furion now.
That is actually the funniest idea.
Look, man, all we need is more bathroom pauses, and I could create a game mode for you.
Yeah, this is when you know we're just like losing our shit over these pauses. When you start discussing global branches. I wonder how long it actually takes to change your PC. I guess they're like pulling it out of the closet or something.
Why is your desktop in the closet? And your laptop
It's a
is out
backup.
there?
It's back.
Umbrella says 5-minute use, and that's it. I need to see some rulers smacking hands right now, you know? Gotta discipline. This 5-minute pause.
I think it's like a warning, right? And then I don't know what the minute pause like reached is until he actually takes action. Maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh, you're
then
saying
they're
this,
forced to
the
unpause and
5
play on.
minutes is a warning. It's like...
It's a warning, yeah.
Just a
And then
heads
once it
up.
reaches 10 minutes, he's gonna just like tell them to unpause.
Yep. I mean, you only lost your mid player. It's okay.
I bet you Mineski will, if that actually happened, Mineski will use their pause time for them.
And then somebody make a red thread. Wow, so nice.
Yep. Lumi, you heartless bastard.
Dude, I'll be the first one to unpause. If I'm on Mineski. It's not even about getting a free win. It's just about like, dude, you gotta respect the rules, you know?
Sure.
There ain't no freebie in life. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of freebies in life. You gotta just know where to look.
I'm really bad at looking for them. Nothing comes free for me.
You know when you buy stuff online and then when on the checkout it says like you could put a promotional code to like save, I don't know, 10% or whatever?
Are you gonna tell me that you never even knew they existed and you never have them?
No, I'm telling you, like you just Google for them, right?
It never works for me.
It only
I've
works for me
tried.
sometimes, like, cause sometimes I don't find it, and I was just like, oh, fuck it. But like that promotional box triggers me because I know somewhere out there was or is a promotional code, and I just ain't getting a freebie, you know? It's just value loss.
That's a good point. You have changed my perspective
I know.
on shopping.
And also an Ironwood branch cast range.
Oh.
Oh. Warning, 8-minute.
Uh-oh. What happens at 10?
Yeah, what happens at 10?
All right, he said logging in, so they're fine. They're not gonna miss it.
Who knows, man? Them see internet.
Mineski-
Logging in could be 10 more
Mineski is
minutes.
Mineski is going to pause for them. Unless they have to, whatchamacallit. Oh, look, I called it!
What?
Look at what Ninja Boogie wrote.
Yeah, I know.
See? Told you.
Disappointed.
I was gonna say the only way it's gonna take that long if to log in is if they have to update Dota. Good guy Miracle.
Somebody should all chat. Miracle left OG for this to unpause here.
No. We're supposed to be professional here. We don't interrupt the game. Interact with
You and I
players.
literally both all chatted, so I don't think we're professionals anymore.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure the players don't mind. I wonder how Mineski are gonna itemize this game. Like I said, RRQ have a really good potential for the mid game to just run them over.
Mm-hmm.
Mineski don't really have anyone to buy the team fight items.
Yeah, normally
They're gonna be very reliant on this puck.
normally the Drow lineups have a lot of success by picking like an off lane, like a melee off lane, like a Darkseer for example, or a Pit Lord, somebody that gets a mech, and that could stand in the front line or disrupt a team fight. And Puck technically could do the same with his Dream Coil, but it's much better offensively than defensively. And the fear that you have about them getting run over is definitely a possibility.
This is a very greedy Drow lineup if I've ever seen one.
I think greedy Drow lineups are.
What's with all the scribbling?
Sorry, a non-greedy Drow lineup is oxymoronic. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, I see.
I think
You're
Drow
saying,
lineups,
basically what you're saying is all Drow lineups are greedy to begin with.
by nature, they're greedy, right? Like, you're trying to do a pretty degenerate strategy.
Alright, Ninja Boogie is losing his mind as well, drawing on the mini-map.
Alright, is that 10 minutes? It has to be 10 minutes.
It's only 10 minutes if Umbrella says so.
Time stops unless Umbrella says something.
Yep. You can go on to 50 minutes, but if Umbrella says it's only been 10 minutes, then it's 10 minutes. Admin is the god here.
Man, I should have stayed that extra 10 minutes at the gym, man. Lost value.
If only. If only you could cast from the gym. That efficiency.
Yo, that is actually pretty efficient. Is Miracle drawing a fish in the minimap?
I think so. It's not a very good looking
It's
one.
a ugly ass fish, is all I gotta say.
It looks really high. Alright. Drawing more faces. This one's a little more detailed. Has some teeth. So it was like 6 or 7 minutes ago. And they said logging in. So
I'm
I
telling
actually
you,
think
I'm
that
telling you,
it
see
is patching.
internet.
It's patching.
See
It's
internet.
patching.
4 minute Mineski
Oh,
use,
he
yo.
just straight up used Mineski's.
Dude, he calculating, he knows. Dude. I'm gonna say Umbrella is the most efficient admin I've seen.
He didn't even ask. He just uses it.
Yeah, well, the teammate said, right? So it's fine. He was joking! Dude, Ninja Boogies is on pause right now. Let's go.
True sportsmanship.
The unintended sportsmanship.
No. Give him credit.
Oh, we're
True
back.
sportsmanship.
We're back.
All right. Oh yes.
Yo,
Let's go.
what if he lags again? You think he'll pause?
He won't pause.
He's gonna
if it's
play through
laggy, they're gonna deal with it.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. You know, I'm pretty sure that was like a 15-minute pause regardless, but it didn't feel like it. I thought it was pretty enjoyable. Thank you for going through that with me, Ailson. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for your global
Suggestions.
ironwood.
Oh my god. Alright, we're back in the game. I think you were watching the mid lane. as Jay is kind of dumpstering the Juggernaut.
Yeah, it's expected. I mean, he's got 100 damage. How do you do this?
Nope, got denied, dude.
Oh.
100 damage.
Got denied. GG. Go next. Alright, Koala started jungling, and Zephyr is actually going to be laning here now.
Ooh, Eden has an Invis rune, but no mana, so I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's gonna die in a couple of right clicks if he tries to fight him. Maybe snipe the courier? Oh, the timing. It's perfect. He's gonna get the courier.
It's being micro.
Just kidding. It's getting micro.
Yo, wait, it's not even being micro. He's just jungling.
Wait.
He's just jungling. It's not.
He's gonna find it. He's gonna get it.
No,
He's
it's
get
gonna
it.
come
He's
back on
gonna
the back
backboard.
of the tree line. He doesn't see
Oh
it.
my goodness, he just missed it.
Perfect micro by Jay.
Oh my, that is so depressing.
By that I
Well,
mean
but
he
there
just
is a potential mid gank here though. He still has invis for a couple of moments.
kinetic field
Yeah, they're
spin.
gonna go on this.
Nope, just hit
There's
him.
a glimpse.
Oh, glimpse. Is that really the move?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the spin was a little bit late here, and now the support TP is gonna come in. He's gonna go down regardless. Jules. Okay, sorry I doubted you, Eden. You're the best player ever. I mean, yesterday he just carried his team on Air Spirit, so might be.
Never underestimate someone who has invis rune. They know exactly what's happening.
I don't know. He didn't snipe that courier. Is all I'm saying.
Alright, that was just unlucky. Let's be real. That was super unlucky.
All right, Arya on the top lane. Level 4 already. It's actually getting like to me. If you could get away with off lane puck, then it's probably one of the best off lanes because of how high impact he can be. Like unlike Slaughter Axe, you need a farm blink. Like this guy is just go time of 6.
You know the nice thing too is now that I think about it, Puck is like incredibly good against Phantom Lancer. Because Phantom Lancer actually can't harass Puck at all. Because you
Okay.
can just easily phase shift every single Spirit Lance.
Yeah, you get a very funny like stutter dance where the PL starts like fake cast the lance and hopes to bait one out, but
It's like near impossible.
yeah. I mean, if Aura stays far enough away, it's just you're not gonna get juked by that.
Yeah. He would have to be like maybe like 300-400 range to fall for a fake, I think. So despite this, like what was meant to be an easy lane mid, he's actually playing very, very scared against
Yeah.
this Juggernaut. Simply because Eden is always moving around, threatening him.
Yeah, I really think they needed like a ward over here instead of the one that's at the mid ramp.
But I think it's alright. Shadow Fiend's doing Shadow Fiend things, farming camps really quickly.
Remember the days where Shadow Fiend raises cost 75 instead of
Yeah, those
90?
are the days.
Those were the days.
I like this build coming out of Shadow Fiend too. A lot of them, well,
Wait,
actually, I
wait.
wouldn't say a lot of them.
Top
but
lane, Keldu's on in a lot of trouble. The right click's gonna come through. They are gonna get the kill, but here comes Koala. Nice face here by RR.
He has bottle charges.
He has orb too, so he's fine. Actually, they're gonna just farm casually behind the tower. In fact, thinking about going on Koala. No,
Another
there's a
TP
TP back
coming
in. Yeah, that should be it.
Zod.
Meow Eden again just harassing. Drops a ward. He might just be dead here. Yeah, nice
Yeah, he's very
toss
dead.
back in, and the sun actually got him. Got the Juggernaut, who was perhaps threatening to use an Omni Slash.
Easy D ward as well. They saw him place it right in front of their face.
Well, they need to have the sentry first.
I thought he was flying one now.
Dude, that would be super next level, right?
Oh yeah, I was saying this mid Shadow Fiend build. I think Mineski's like the only team to not get that bottle.
Yeah.
All right, Imps. Here we
Spin.
go.
It's gonna take a ton of
Spin.
damage. And
Still has Omni.
coil. Yeah, gonna get used here. That's gonna be one kill. The coil's gonna break, and now Eden in a lot of trouble as well. We need a C raise. Does he have it available? It does, but just a little bit short here. And RR is gonna take a lot of tower damage, but still, great rotation here by RR. And you're right. Regardless of whether Jay or Miracle playing the Shadow Fiend mid, they never get the bottom. Gotta ask them.
You can see he's suffering from the lack of mana, though. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that D ward.
Oh, even gives out a tango? What a pulling.
He's still suffering from a lack of mana. I guess he's just gonna go jungle and perhaps give Ninja Boogie the mid lane for a bit.
I want to say when I saw Miracle doing this in the mid lane, he would get Infused Range Route, Ring of Aquila, and he would constantly ferry out Clarities. But
I actually kind of like that, the idea behind that, because the bottle is, what, 660? And, I mean, even though you say he ferries out a bunch of Clarities, I don't think it ever adds up to 660, and he still manages to farm up quite fast.
yeah, a bunch of Clarity being like 2, right? Like 2 throughout the mid game is kind of already enough, and you have shrines to go through, so this is an interesting new Shadow Fiend build. But it's very counterintuitive with this patch, right? Because you have so many bounty runes that you could just get. So, I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps. Alright, Miracle about to finish the Helm of the Dominator. It'll make it so much easier for him to farm if he manages to finish this.
Yep.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Let's take a look at all the other lanes. Looks like Phantom Lancer is just going to be jungling for a bit.
Okay. Well, he's not exactly the fastest jungler, but not the slowest either.
Well, more importantly, Koala is actually farming pretty damn fast. Look at him. He's taking notes from Ice Ice Ice.
Yeah?
I actually would have liked to see him pick up more and Empower first, actually.
Instead of maxing the Shockwave. That's true.
Yeah, but,
given
but this
how,
is fine.
Given how much he's just in the jungle.
Oh,
But-
is he going to stack this? He should stack this.
Shockwave stack? Nope.
Okay, be good stack.
Maybe he's maxing out Shockwave just to defend pushes that are coming. Which there is one coming right now.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Jules does already have the
Them Dire
Medallion of Courage finish.
for now. Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
I think if RQ don't even bother coming down here, Mineski can threaten to take 2 towers.
Sure.
Looks like they're hanging around. I wonder what RQ are like waiting on. They're just all like everyone is just farming. Nothing's actually happening for their side. Eden's only level 4 as well, so you can't really rely on him to set up for the team.
And I think giving this Drow lineup time to farm and get up their first key items is not very good for RQ, right?
Unless they think that they're gonna be ready to fight it with their own farm, because right now all of them are actually farming decently, I think.
Yeah. But look at Shadow Fiend. Like, he is just, despite the kill against him and the constant gank, he's got a Dragonlance already finished. So this is the benefit of not going for the bottle. You just hit your item timings much faster.
But you look at the net worth on both sides, and Mineski is only ahead by what 700 gold, and that's
Sure.
with 1 tower. So RQ are actually
Out farming them collectively.
being, yeah, they're actually being really efficient with their farm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did essentially have a 4th farmer in the jungle, so it's probably the reason why.
PL's going to be going for that. Well, the Dominator.
I was watching Zephyr faking his Pit of Malice, trying to bait out a phase, but Ari just walks away. Coil's gonna get dropped here for Zephyr. They're gonna glimpse away the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is gonna just walk forward. He's gonna try to TP out, but that's gonna be 1 kill. I don't think they have what it takes to get a secondary kill. If he still glimpse, maybe, but
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Alright, this is starting to look dangerous for RRQ. It's... Did you see that raise?
no. Did he just miss point blank or something?
He just used it randomly. It's kind of funny. But this puck has Blink Dagger pretty much.
Oh,
Like 30 gold away.
nicely ganked here by Koala. Skewer RP into a Centaur stomp. He needs to be taking a note from Ice 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 though. Ice 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 even empowers the creep while they're neutraling, so increase that jungling speed by a tiny amount.
Alright, we're gonna have a Blink Dagger coming up for Magnus as well. I don't think you want to wait for your Magnus to finish Blink Dagger though. I think they should get Disruptor 6 immediately, and then they should try to do some kind of smoke gank with it. I don't think you want to start. Yeah, I don't think you want to be playing so passively anymore. I think the time of farming is over.
For both teams or for?
No, for RRQ.
I see.
Because I think Mineski don't really have any issues of just making plays himself right now, especially with R picking up the Blink Dagger right now.
They
Anyone have a smoke?
They've grouped up multiple times, so they can start things off with Silence and Gust, and that's exactly what they do. And Juggernaut needs to evade like a billion hits, and he does! Wow.
That is so unlucky.
That is... Oh, Jules
Oh,
coming
Jules
in
on
from
the
the
back
back
line.
line. Can he actually get the kill?
Oh,
He
he
does!
gets him.
And he time-lapse out. What a player. And now he's thinking about even going back in. Here comes the Dark Troll Warlord, maybe threatening. Oh, Jules is back in again, going for Eden. Eden taking a ton of damage. R comes in, make sure that you get the kill. Oh, that could have been completely a disaster. But now Mineski, I think they get 2 towers here, or at least severely damage the second tower.
That was really, really well played by Jules. What was, like you said, supposed to be a lucky situation for RRQ just turned in disastrously for them as Jules just comes up from behind and snipes the Juggernaut.
Instead of going for the tier 2 tower, they're going to go for probably the better play here. Especially when they have the medallion.
Oh, they have to be careful though.
Yeah, it's not
They
that
know about it
fast.
now, and Jules?
Oh, they need Shadow Fiend to come in here. Ninja Boogie, look at him just creating space, but just dies in Omni Slash pretty quickly. And now it's gonna be Juggernaut coming back in. Oh, the Storm, the RP, they're gonna get
Oh my
heavily
God.
punished. Roshan's gonna get stolen as well. Everybody pretty much is gonna be dead on the side of Radiant. Jules. Okay, looks like the puck is out, but what a disaster for that. I think they got a little bit greedy there. Not respecting the
I think so,
possibility
too.
of them coming back in. And Jules gets glimpsed back in into a Sentry War. He does time-lapse back out. Still though, RRQ. Look at that goal grab, my god.
That was the dream fight for RRQ. Perfectly placed Disruptor ulti, and then that Disruptor ulti made it pretty much impossible, along with the RP, for Mineski to finish off the Roshan. Like they already knew they were in a really bad spot, so they tried to just salvage the situation by taking Roshan for themselves. But for the entire team to get RP'd like that, they couldn't even touch him. And RRQ secure the Roshan, take the Aegis, and clean up.
Well, that's definitely setting the draw lineup back by quite a bit. Zephyr finishes mech and then some for the next fight. Ooh, silence going on here, and Kel'Thuzad, great picker by Mineski. They definitely need a lot more of that. And I wonder...
I'm not even sure why they had the vision for that.
Oh, Shadow Fiend was just walking through his jungle invis.
I mean, but he was walking up towards the PL as if he knew he was there. I think he walked through the river ward. So
Yeah.
I knew he was farming
Maybe.
somewhere there, or either that or he was farming the lane.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Oh, Ninja Boogie has to be careful here. Ward gets spotted out. RQ actually will farm very, very quickly with this Magnus giving him power to all the melee cores.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. You know, I was thinking about Draw Ranger, Shadow Fiend are decent farmers, but you're right. The Empower is gonna... I mean, eventually Magnus is gonna turn into a pretty big core himself as well, especially once he starts nearing, like, Refresher territory.
I mean, if you look at the net worth, the only person who's actually ahead of everyone else is the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
Pit Lord and Drow Ranger are neck and neck in terms of farm. Everyone else is ahead.
Well, the problem with Drow lineups is that you need to... And the reason I think it's a cheese lineup is you need to take objectives and snowball. And losing that big Roshan fight is kind of the bottleneck, right? Imagine if they got the Aegis scot-free. Right now they're going to be in front of tier 2 towers and claiming them essentially for free. But without it, they're essentially playing from behind.
Yeah, that Roshan fight pretty much set everything back for them. I think it was like a little greedy for them. I definitely like the idea, but they didn't have the Shadow Fiend hitting it with them. I think if the Shadow Fiend was there right from the start, I think they probably would have taken it for free.
For sure. And I think the puck blinked out to like stop a Wowkin or something.
Oh,
All right.
bottom lane, they catch out Eden.
Eden dead immediately. Are they going to try to catch a little bit more? No. They're going to be happy with what they get. PL.
So Magnus Magnus does have the blink dagger. I think they should be using smokes,
Radiant's mid tower's coming.
or at least maybe after Disruptor revives. But they should definitely start using smokes, especially since they have the Aegis as well. Juggernaut has Manta finished as well. This is probably the best time for them to smoke into either taking this tier 1 mid or maybe even tier 1 mid and top, actually.
Alright, we do have Magnus and the Disruptor smoked behind. Whereas the rest of the heroes are kind of pushing in the front.
They need to be careful with this timing. I think Mineski know what's up.
Ooh, they scanned them out. They know that they're coming in from the back line. Arch gonna try to break the smoke, and he does. Tier 1 tower does go down though.
Doing so good.
Seems like RRQ are still going to push forward.
Weaver gonna snipe the ward on the back line. He gets pitted Malice. Are they gonna try to ult on top of him? Oh, Eden a little bit late on that ult, and that's gonna be a big waste. And now Juggernaut taking a ton of damage. She does have the Aegis. Blink RP. That's gonna be on both the cores here. The silence gonna be on top, but I think that's too little, too late. Great gust by Miracle, and looks like this fight is pretty good so far. Miracle getting purged, and he's gonna try to TP out of that fight. Meanwhile, Jay's in there. Jay's gonna be dead. His Death Requiem does do quite a bit of damage here. Zephyr in the backline taking quite a bit of damage as well. Omnisci's gonna fly off here against Rubik. Zephyr trying to survive. I do believe he'll make it. The Orb's gonna give a little bit of vision. Yes, and he is gonna go down. Meanwhile, though, PL is gonna do a lot of work. Jules getting a little bit of mana back and is trying to Sakuchi away. All things considered, not that bad, especially with Miracle being able to TP out of that engagement.
Radiant's bottom
Against the Aegis push,
Yeah.
that was a, what, 5 for 2? With the RP landing on both cores?
I think you're right. Yes, 4 for 2.
How did they actually fight so well, right? I gotta say, it was just probably R's Puck coming in. Like, they did get 2-man RP, but the Waning Rift was on the middle of everybody.
I also think I don't think Miracle got caught by it.
No,
Did
it
he get catch-
was
it
Jay.
wasn't him, right?
It was Jay and Miracle. Yeah. Kel'Thuzad in a lot of trouble, and he's dead.
I think one of the major things about it was that, like you said, Eden was a little late on the Disruptor ulti, and there was no follow-up for the RP.
That's true. Well, he tried to Disruptor ult the Weaver, and the Weaver just dodged it cleanly.
Just dodged it.
Yeah, and the problem is, once the Disruptor doesn't have ult, the Puck gets to do whatever he wants to do. Which is probably...
Yeah, I saw Gus come out. Unfortunately for me, whenever these team fights break out, if there's too much going on,
Oh,
it
there's a
kind
big
of like
lag.
lags for me.
I see.
Yeah, so you miss a lot of it. But I saw Gus come out, Puck blinks in, silences. It definitely just slows down the damage the damage burst coming out of RRQ.
Yeah. Well, Jules is halfway to his Aghanim Scepter, and I gotta say, with that Axe online, suddenly I think these team fights get a lot trickier for RRQ.
One of the best things about that team fight though was they immediately blow up the Juggernaut, and while he's respawning, Jay basically spent most of the fight standing on top of him and trying to time the Requiem perfectly as he revives.
Did he?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Jay, he gets RP'd bottom. He looks really good.
Meanwhile,
He timed it perfectly, and Eden just glimpsed him right as he was about to do it,
Oh, I see.
and then he just died. So that his team fight contribution was fairly minimal. It was pretty much just a death Requiem.
Yeah. I guess he went for the gusto play, right? If you do time it perfectly on top of a Juggernaut,
Yeah, he was gonna die. I
who
don't think he has
probably...
spin.
Yeah, I don't think he has spin either, because it was like the middle of the team fight. They ping out Juggernaut on the mid lane. He does have Manta Style, so I don't think this gang's actually gonna work out.
And
Radiant's bottom tower.
yes, we're gonna see it. The PL is going for that scepter.
Okay. I like it.
What I wanted to see. I am ready for this.
Do you think it's a good build this game? I mean, it's good just stacking stuff on top of the Drow Ranger, right? It's good until she finishes her axe, which she's nowhere near.
Axe isn't even a consideration at this point.
Oh,
Oh, Ninja Boogie, dodging everything. Yeah, looks like he'll be fine. Let's see. Disruptor ulti is about to be up, and so is Reverse Polarity. I think this is a good time for them to go smoke again. I think you definitely want to be continuously pressuring this Drow lineup. You don't want to let them farm the way back into this game.
Yep. Especially
Well, not back into this game. This game is like pretty even. But you don't want to let them farm like this freely.
I mean, yes, you do farm faster, probably, with Empower, but I feel like right now, Mineski's farming for very high impact items in the next couple of minutes. Jules finishing that Axe would be big. Puck getting towards his, I believe, Hex is what he should be going next. It's also going to be huge, but instead it's going to be a Mineski 4-man smoke showing Weaver up top. Oh, they see the Juggernaut. Blink, lift, silence. They're going to try to burst him down, and they do. They did commit the coil for it, but Juggernaut dead for 50. That should mean a tier 2.
Yeah, I think RQ trying their best to slow this down. Pitlord just doing his usual Firestorm shenanigans, slowing this down. Should be a tier 2, easy tier 2 for Mineski, but
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulty.
I think they need to be careful here. RQ still have Polarity. They might actually be able to take this team fight if they find the right opportunity, even without Juggernaut.
Could use a little help.
Oh, it doesn't seem like RQ's interested in it. PL making no motion to come back here. Oh, they do lift them up, toss him back a little bit. Maybe force him to pop that taxi. Oh, he might just die here.
Damn it.
Yeah, the Greave's gonna come out. The right clicks, evade. The RP gonna get phased. And yeah, that's gonna be another free kill. Man, look at
This is
Rubik.
the perfect spell to steal against the PL.
Yep. Oh, it's just a perfect spell, period. Because
Yeah, that's true.
easy farm
you gotta
time.
get rich. Oh, and Weaver has finished Ags.
Yep.
All of a sudden, sieging has become a lot easier with the Shadow Fiend.
Now, I don't think the
Okay.
X is the end-all be-all in this game because of how AoE intensive RQ's lineup is, right? Sometimes you could just RP and catch the Weaver in it, and this, Static Storm, and he just dies. But Weaver then now becomes a hero that you have to focus on instead of just ignoring.
I think so too. I think Weaver's pretty much become like top priority in
Right.
terms of heroes you need to kill in the team fight first. Alright, RR hiding.
That X is about to be done on Kel'Thuzad. And then we're gonna
They
see...
have a smoke. Mineski have a smoke. I think they should smoke up the top and help this Puck. Puck is in the perfect position to catch people out. They're just standing here for now. Are they gonna group up for the smoke?
There's like a duel inside the Roshan pit. Neutrals fighting each other. Alright, looks like I'm gonna try to start the Roshan again. Last time it was a disaster, but this time looks like they're gonna be able to take it down fairly quickly.
Yeah, this time the Shadow Fiend is here. Look how fast it actually dies when you have everyone here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this push looks scarier and scarier. I'm not sure if RQ are going to be able to fight into this.
It feels like RQ is almost just dependent on a good RP. It's how they just cleanly win a fight. In a straight up 5v5, I'm not sure if they could win it.
PL Scepter, so satisfying. Look at that.
Alright.
I don't know if you saw it, but you gotta see it.
We're gonna have more chances to see it, don't worry. I do believe this is our first time seeing it in a pro game, right?
Yeah, I think so actually.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
All right, RQ gonna
Trouble brewing already.
go for the trade instead. I think this is actually the smarter choice.
Lost the top tower.
They have to get back. I think Pitlord has to get back here immediately, though. I don't think you want to give up tier 3 damage.
Pit Lord already taxing home, and everybody's here. Oh, Jay might just walk up the hill thinking that no one's here. Pit of Malice barely not clipping him.
He's fine. He's got that
Time lapse.
Weaver Ags. Yeah.
I don't know, man. He will time lapse straight into the pit and get rooted again.
All right, I like this item pickup from Juggernaut.
The
I think Blink Dagger is mandatory against Drow lineups.
Yep.
You have to be able to pinpoint that Drow. She's by far after Weaver, or actually even before Weaver, if you can manage to kill her off without her getting time lapse, that'd be probably the best case scenario.
What's your opinion of Drow going for Maelstrom first before the Axe?
I think it's fine. I think like the proc and the shield should be more than enough to deal with the PL before you finish your scepter.
Okay.
In fact, it might actually be enough even without the scepter.
Well, the shield in particular can get Diffusal Blade off, so I'm not sure how much you could rely on that.
Right. Overall, I think it's actually okay. I think even if he decides not to go for the scepter, I think it's actually okay. Because Mineski have more than enough AoE, I would say, between the Shadow Fiend and a Puck, and even a Rubik.
Sure.
Just couldn't save that bottom tower.
Another tower trade, and looks like the two teams going to collide into each other. Tomato trying to scout out some people. Zephyr going uphill. They know that the Shrine's being sieged right now. They want Miracle. Miracle does have the Force Staff, not using it right now. He does Force Staff away. Zephyr getting sieged up. And now, very good high ground position here.
Yeah, I think RQ have to be very careful.
Oh, dude, that Requiem just got dodged, and now all of his mana is gone. He's still fighting RP on the back line. That's going to be on two. RP not being stolen here. Ninja Boogie was looking for it. Jules taking a ton of damage. He will time lapse himself. Miracle taking a lot more here from the Juggernaut. He's down. Now they can focus here on the PL. PL face to the low ground. He's fine. The bug going on Khalduzad. One more right click. They do finally get him. Pit of Malice keeping everyone locked down. And despite of the RP onto Miracle, Mineski winning these team fights.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
I'm not even sure if Weaver actually was able to time lapse. No, he must have been able to.
I think he time lapsed himself. Yule Scepter's gonna pick up the Juggernaut, but that's just creating time and space here for Jay on the back line. And Jay was just so big. I guess they can't focus him because he has the Aegis.
Yeah. I think RQ have the right idea. They tried to kill off the Drow, which they did, but for how long she survived, I guess it was already too late. Damage was already dealt.
Skewer, Omni Slash gonna come through, but Ninja Boogie skewers away. Static Storm not clipping anybody. They'll glimpse the Weaver back, but Weaver should be fine here. And now the right click onto the tower. Zephyr porting back in, and I think it's time for Mineski to retreat. Jason wants an extra kill though. Alright. Time to go home.
No TP on Jay. Has to walk all the way back.
Yeah, he's gonna farm on his way back. There's a gem picked up here onto the Puck. Lots of dewarding to be had here.
He's gonna go for the Shivas as well, which I think is actually a very good choice. It's just extra AoE to deal with this PL.
Yep. Also, AoE in particular.
Also, that's wait. Yeah.
AoE in particular that could tell which one is the real one instantly. Alright, these PL illusions. Gonna scare the Shadow Fiend away.
He still went for the shrine. Alright. Aegis is down. His entire team is here. It looks like RQ are just gonna run away.
Can they?
Nope.
Oil's gonna get used, and that's gonna be a free Juggernaut kill. That Shadow Fiend kill might have been not as free as he imagined. That's
Yeah,
60
it's definitely
seconds.
Not. I don't think it's actually worth it, considering I think the Aegis is probably gonna run out in like I
Right.
think a minute.
Koala? Is he looking for RP? Vision is being granted. Oh, they force staff him in. Oh no, did he force staff himself in? Can't really tell.
Force them in.
Yeah, they forced him in, and now he's just gonna Requiem to create himself a little bit of space. Meanwhile, Koala got found here by R on the back line, so he can't really chase. BKB committed here for the Rax push. Jay is gonna walk back out. And they still have quite a bit of time here. Unfortunately, they don't have a crew. And Blink Skewer by Ninja Boogie. They find
what a
Zephyr.
play.
And that's gonna be a kill. The lance is bouncing left and right, but these PL illusions are not that tanky. And in fact, they just get cleaned up very quickly. Shadow Fiend sieging on the front line. Koala needs the best RP of life, but look at the spread. There's nobody together. They want Jay, but Jay's still so damn tanky in the front line. Blink RP on the back line. That does fine too. Static Storm being skewered away from, though. That's not really the combo play they're looking for. Jay on the back line just killing people, trucking them to death. Now he's going to focus back on the range rack. Alright, Jules going in hard for Khalduzad. The Shiva gets popped. The silence on top of Khalduzad. He's also dead. And I do believe RQ just got overwhelmed here.
That was like actually a pretty good RP. He caught the Shadow Fiend and the Weaver, and Weaver is definitely, like we mentioned, the target that you need to catch. But unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication on that skewer and the skewer ulti. That was like their only hope, I think.
They needed to wombo combo them, and we are starting to lack damage, it feels like, from on the side of RQ. RR's in there. Does have phase available. In fact, he's just going on Eden. Eden's gonna go down, and boy, he wanted that poor man shield. But on the back line, Omni Slash flying off against Miracle, and now stolen Blade Fury? I thought he was gonna steal Omni Slash. But the GG was already called before that point, and Mineski. It was a hard-fought game 1, but especially after that Roshan mishap. But they were able to persevere.
I was actually really worried for Mineski after they lost that Roshan, but just really well played overall. After they lost that Roshan, they just played it very carefully, and they had a lot of good pickoffs actually. RR actually MVP for me. I think he carried this game for Mineski. Look at him, 3-0 and 18 out of 23 kills. He was pretty much the only person who set up every single kill.
Yeah, and a lot of it came pre-Blink in the early game. I remember when they were going on Jay in the mid lane, he poured it in with Coil at the ready and set up a kill in the Juggernaut. Just small stuff like that. A lot of people give credit to Jay's puck, but are saying that he could play a mean puck himself. And that's going to be game 1. We're going to take a short break. Game 2 coming up next. Can RRQ surprise the world again? Yesterday they did by taking down Execration in a best of 3 series. Mineski still can't feel too confident, but they're looking pretty good for now. Game 2 coming up next, guys.